to wait an hour. I couldn't wait. Sorry. Finish your film. You don't need. You don't gotta watch me. I'm probably just gonna update some more of the transitions. How's it going, Glick? All right. So, if you guys remember yesterday, I was super frustrated.
Don't worry, buddy. You're doing fine.
All right. I'll see you. And oh wait, here, let me fix our Z index on our player. So yeah, I kept thinking, okay, there were two issues with our get next to wall raycast function, or the function that handles our raycasts. We were checking if getCast2 is, if it's pointing to the left or if it's pointing to the right. Originally, what I did in our player 14 was I would check for each of our collisions, see if anything ran, and then return vector2.right or vector2.left. But now what I'm doing is I'm iterating through all of our children, and for some reason, I'm actually not sure what was causing the problem, but it basically, if it was colliding with something, we would check, vector2.right. If it wasn't this, I had an else statement here instead. And so it would always run this else statement, which was vector2.left. The issue is I don't know what was causing it, because originally I check if something is colliding, and none of these raycasts should be colliding with anything. So it was a little strange. I did have this top raycast here too, and this could have been another problem. It's currently disabled. Maybe that's the problem. Here, it doesn't matter anymore, because I do want to see what was causing the problem. I'm going to delete this top raycast for now, just to see. And I'm going to put this else statement again. Because I'm not entirely sure which one is colliding. You know what we could do? We could just print out which one is colliding. Let's do this. Yeah, how's it going, Anthony? I'm the man. Did I say I was gonna do it yesterday? No Undertale music? We'll listen to Undertale. This is Fury, if you've ever heard of that game. This is actually my this song I listen to almost all the time in the gym. This is like my running song. This one, and here I'll play one more, and then we'll go back into where is it? Make This Right. This one is really good too. The song is pretty good. Make This Right is also really good. I said I was gonna do it 3 days ago. I wouldn't be a game dev if I told the truth all the time. I will do it. Here, you know what? I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna do it today, but what I will do is I will charge my laptop, and so I can't use the excuse that my laptop isn't on right now, but I will charge it right now. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it today. Okay. And yeah, we'll just print out which raycast is colliding with something, if any. Raycast colliding right top. So we're going from the right top. Wait a second. Okay, right top is colliding. But you know what is weird is that when I was jumping from the left side, it also said left top was, or right top was colliding. Let me see. Oh no, I guess not. Next to wall. Very interesting. Fast forward to the release. Fast forward to the end of this game jam. Okay. So yeah, this is fine. Another thing that I think I want to do. So this is literally all of this was done for the for the casual player, so that we can account for them. Like like if they make a mistake, it won't be. We won't punish them for it, but I also want to discourage them from doing this. So what I think I'm going to do is that if they jump, like this only happens if they're pressing vector 2 dot right, or sorry, vector 2 dot left and then jumping to the left. But if they were just to hit the ceiling, like let's say they're on this top right corner, if they were to press the jump button, we should make like a failure sound, so that they can't do it. But they won't get punished if they do it a little sooner. So like if they were to jump from right here to this corner here, they can do it, but they won't get punished for it. They'll experience the entire jump right there. Also, let's fix our player Z index here. Why is it on -1? Let's do 10. So it's safe to assume the Linux version ain't coming. That's not true. It will come, it will come, it will come. One of these days. It could be today, it could be tomorrow. Okay. There's one other issue, and that's sometimes our raycast here. Let me see if I can get it to work. Yeah. The slide state is sometimes inconsistent. We want to make sure that the player is, touching the wall all the time. Otherwise, here, let me see if I can get it. Yeah, this happens where, we can be really close to the corner, or, really close to the wall, but we're not really, we're not even touching it. And this is because our raycasts aren't working properly. Or no, they're working properly. What's happening is we only detect for collisions. We don't actually detect for like the player. It collides right here, so we enter the climb state right there. I'm here, BRB though. All right, sounds good. So what we'll do is when we do have a raycast collision, we're gonna check the distance from the center of the raycast to the wall and make that distance 4 pixels no matter what. So player.global position is going to equal 4. 4. If it's on the vector 2 dot right, player position is going to equal this position minus 4. And this is going to be on the entrance of the slide state. Actually, I think it depends. Yo, how's it going, Half Moon? I don't. What I think I want to do, I'm gonna try this. I want to reduce our raycast size by 2 pixels. I want to see if that's if that changes the gameplay at all. So if I set this to 6, it's a lot smaller now. My man is Linux versionless. No, I'm not putting that second cam again. I'm sorry. all these all these complaints, guys. Let me just work on my game. Come on. No second cam, no Linux, no what else? No stream elements. Give the second cam though.
Don't worry, buddy. You're doing fine.
Dude, I don't want to put my second cam. I'm already like having one camera on me is already like pressure enough. To have two cameras on me is like double the anxiety. The thing is, I am going to make a Linux version, and I do want to do the Streamlabs. You know, it seems like the positioning... Did I make the pixel art? I didn't make all the pixel art, or I didn't make most of the pixel art. Most of these are commissions, and then I edit them. So like, yeah, I commissioned all of this. I bought the background tiles. I bought the tiles here, and then I edit them. Same with the spikes. I did make this. I think I made this light node or this candle, maybe. Actually, no, I don't think I did. Let me see what else there is. I made this sign, but that was pretty simple stuff. I made this. This was a free asset. This I bought. So yeah, it's a combination of me buying stuff and editing stuff. Where'd you buy them? On Itch. For the most part. Either Itch or they were commissioned from people or OpenGameArt. So yeah, Itch is a really good resource. OpenGameArt is free stuff, but it's also really good. So OpenGameArt.org. Here, post the link. And then if you go into Itch, itch.io, you go into Browse, Assets, and Game Assets. And there's a huge collection of free stuff and a collection of paid assets. Struggling of making my own pixel art? Yeah. I struggled with making my own assets as well. That's why I usually buy stuff. But I did start out wanting to make my own assets. It's just very difficult. Here, I'll even show you what I made. This is the full capability of my... Let me log in. I think it's on my profile. This is the only thing I ever made. Or that I released. Man, you're struggling with everything? Yep. That is the life of a solo dev. Thinking about moving to 2D and drawing. I will say I'm terrible at pixel art, but I still think it's the easiest form of art you can do. Add this to your game? Yeah. Well, this was in one of my games. Sort of. Okay. Can you send that link in the chat? Yeah, sure. I closed it. Looks like one of those Terraria knockoffs. Maybe. But it's my Terraria knockoff. Is green your favorite color? Yeah, I would say so. All right. So there is still technically one issue with entering the slide state, and that's that we don't lock onto the wall. So you can see here, if you look close enough, our player hands are touching the wall, which is what we want. But sometimes if we're like just barely touching, let me see if I can get it. Oh, right there. Yeah, like right here, we're not touching the wall at all. So when we enter the oh. Also need to make sure that when we climb up here, our jump state, let me see what's going on. We like move way too much. I think we just set our, we set our velocity on the jump state to way too high. So we'll fix that next. Well, let's fix the enter slide state first. Not really agreeing with that. Nice. I haven't heard that one before, actually. Okay. So what we'll do is on the entrance of the slide state. Originally, what I was thinking to do was if you were to enter the climb state, or if you had climb input entered, you would automatically enter the slide state, and then the slide state was like. The slide state without the climb state is a little bit more lenient, where you don't have to enter it. But the thing is, you have to enter the slide state in order to enter the climb state. So we're gonna ignore it. We're just gonna make it all encompassing, if that makes sense. So let's go into our slide state here, and on enter state, what we're going to do. Let's just look at all these variables. Last wall on, set player, sprite direction was climbing false, and scale wall is equal to false. What we're gonna do here. Oh, let me switch our music. Forgot we're still listening to Fury. Something's wrong with my my Spotify. Where's the good music? You're listening to it. The color's a bit weird. Are you talking about the asset? Because yeah, I mean, I didn't say it was good. Are you trying to say Undertale music isn't good? Okay. So we want to grab this raycast. We don't actually have any functions dealing with this. I'm wondering if maybe we should have a direct reference to our raycasts. And maybe add custom functions to the raycast so we don't have to keep communicating with the player. Wait, this isn't Toby Fox though. See, it's broken. I don't know what to do. I would listen to this, but I don't know if this music is allowed. Here, wait, maybe if we go here. Yeah, what the hell? I've liked 101 songs by Toby Fox. There we go. Listen to the you know. What's the you know? Okay. If next to wall, on the entrance of the next to wall, we're gonna do here, let's do this. go back into our player. And we're going to add a custom script to our raycast, because there's a lot of information that we're going to do with our raycast, like not only just the slide state, and I don't want to put this all in the player function. So we're going to go into our raycast and we're going to create a new script. Call this raycasts. Yeah, sure. And we're also going to save it as a branch because, well, actually, no, I'll leave it like this. We do need a reference to raycasts. So let's go back into our player. So I don't want to take any. I don't want to listen to any music right now. I want to just. I know what works for me. Okay, so we actually do already have a raycast reference, and we're just gonna cut this. I'm gonna throw it in here. Bad stream. Yep. Okay. This will work, and then what we want to do is make another function called getDistance. Actually, we don't have to. Let me think about this. We could say var current collision here. Current colliding raycast, or yeah, we could just say current raycast. Or current wall raycast, because we might have other raycasts that we need later. Gonna work on a school project 2.5 years. That's what you do when you're bored? Okay, current wall raycast. And I wonder if I should set current wall. Yeah, we will. You know what I'm thinking? Instead of saying return vector 2.right, what we could do instead is just return the distance to our collision point. And then from there, yeah, it would save us some time, like having to create another function. We would just say return, 2 pixels or 3 pixels, whatever the value is. So vector 2, here, let me see. Raycast dot get. Wait, but it also matters which one it's colliding with. Or contemplating the meaning of life? Yeah, all the time. Have I tried playing video games? Yep, all the time. Oh, but you're talking to Octo. You know what's funny? People living in vans used to be like this, intimidating thing, but now it's like the trends now, it's in. Living in a van is like totally acceptable now. So if raycast dot is colliding, we just need to return whichever direction we're going to. So we could say just raycast. Here, let me try this. I believe that's the function. Let's see. This is a global coordinate system. So on the x-axis, we would want to return the player. So maybe this wouldn't work unless we do player dot direction to. But I think just grabbing the collision point is good enough because we just need the x-axis on it. So what we'll do is let's go back into player. Raycast dot get collision point. And you know what I'm gonna do? I will save this as a scene. So this will just return the wall that we're on, and we'll also set the current wall raycast to whatever this is. So current wall raycast is equal to current wall raycast, or sorry, is equal to raycast. And that is it. Oh, and let's make sure that we're resetting this too. Okay, and over here we'll say func get so raycast get current wall position, and we'll just call this we'll just say current wall raycast dot. We could either say distance to. This would give us the, instead of saying current wall position, we'll say current wall distance. And then we'll say current wall raycast dot distance to collision point. Wait, what? Distance to collision point. Collision, or maybe, wait, can't just do collision. Get collision point, direction. Okay, never mind. We'll say current wall raycast dot global position dot distance to current wall raycast dot get collision point. Current wall raycast dot global position dot distance to current wall raycast dot get collision point. About 1 hour after getting released. That's crazy. I wonder what he's been up to now. I remember seeing something about him getting released. Current wall raycast dot global position dot distance to current wall raycast dot get collision point. Current wall raycast. I'm thinking this is our distance 2. I'm thinking maybe we should call this get wall position instead. And set our player to that wall position. I think that makes way more sense. So current wall raycast dot get collision point, and that's it. And then when we enter the slide state, we'll just set it to get wall position dot x. So let's do that. We have our raycast dot current wall raycast. So this is gonna get weird. Let's go into our player node, or actually, wait, no, our slide state. And we're just gonna grab our raycast parent so far. Raycasts. And I think what we'll do, so we'll just put this. Put this in state.gd. Only people subbed for 10 years plus can send a message. That's funny. Yeah, how's it going, Ghost Cat? Yeah, state dot raycasts. Or did we call it capital R raycasts? Let's see, state dot raycasts. Yeah, we'll make it capital. Good, you? I'm pretty good. It's a little overwhelming to rewrite everything for the player state, or like, yeah, rewriting my entire player classes. It's kind of ridiculous. It's a little stressful, but yeah, we'll get there eventually. It's just so much work. Also, I use GDScript, literally abysmal for efficiency. It's actually more efficient to use, I mean, if you're using Godot, it's probably more efficient to use GDScript over C#. Unless you're working on, like, the difference in efficiency is, what is it, it's not significant, and you would only notice the difference if you were making something like some sort of simulation game, or like like a bullet hell with like a lot of projectiles, where you have to handle like a shit ton of physics or something. And then you straight up hating, yeah, hating on everything I'm doing lately. It's not about being efficient as C#, it's the fact that it's communicating with the engine. Like the overhead is so much that it's I remember looking it up Here, look. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna look it up. You can look it up. So let's go back into all right, yeah, over here. We could leave the player code the way it is. Oh, wait, no. What we need to do now, instead of saying, where is it? Player.get next to wall, we need to say raycast.get next to wall. Let me just make sure this still works. I don't think we did anything differently. Not yet, at least. Oh, player.get next to wall. Yeah, let's make sure this says raycast. Okay, this still works. Okay, yeah, okay. So now what we need to do is on raycast, or sorry, on the slide state, on enter state, we'll just say, we'll do it right here. Say global position position.x is equal to raycast.get current wall current position. Or sorry, what did I call it? Get wall position. And you know what I think I should do instead is just grab the raycast and have instead of having this function here, I could just say it right here. Like we could say current raycast, or return current raycast. I'm trying to think what is the best way to do this. We would have to return this raycast here. So instead of saying get next to wall, we would say get next to wall raycast. Or dude, there's so many options. I'm just gonna let's just keep it the way it is. Hopefully this doesn't bug out on us. Raycast get next to wall position. Oh yeah, right. Player.global position. Get wall position. This is get collision point. Right. Okay. Moment of truth. Does this work? Get wall position. Raycast. Get wall position. Index X. I'm assuming it's this index here. On our current wall. Current wall raycast. Current wall raycast. Does this ever equal null? Okay. Left top, which is correct. Get wall position dot x. Why is it saying index x is wrong when we're getting the correct node? Get collision point. Let's see here. Yeah, it's returning a vector 2. Top, left top dot get collision point. It must be. Here, let's see. Get wall position -720 by -29. Raycast get wall position dot x. Yeah, this is right. Did we spell? That's so weird because right here, if you look at our print statement, get wall position -720, -29. So it should be -720. Invalid index x. Got tinnitus with watching it. You did? Interesting. No. Okay, wait. Raycast get. What the hell, man? It's so weird because it unless we're running this on enter state. Once we've entered the state, let me see. So this is from our fall state. Yeah, return states dot slide, and then we go into the slide state. On enter slide state, this is already null for some reason. So maybe we could save it here. We could also say get wall distance instead of this. And then that way it could be like, you know, within its own class, everything would be figured out, but I don't know. Alright, let's... I just don't want to try this and then it doesn't work and then we have to go back to trying this out. And if we do this, we would only have to put it in this. We would say raycast. Let's comment this all out. Player dot global position dot direction to or distance to. It would have to be. God damn it. I think it would have to be direction to times our distance to. Let me see. Okay. Dot global position dot. Okay, this is our direction to, and then we have to multiply this by player dot global position We can make our life a little easier by just saving the collision point. Yo, how's it going, Ichachi? Thank you for the cheer, man. Collision point, raycast, get collision point. This man's so ugly. Dude, what is your problem? Oh my god. Is there any way to donate without having to having Twitch to literally take half of it? I mean, you could directly donate to me, but I don't really have like a donation option. I don't really care for the donations. Drinking coffee, aren't you too young? I'm not too young, but I'm also not drinking coffee. Drinking tea. Collision point is equal to raycast.collision point, and then we'll say, we'll just do this. Dot direction to collision point. Spike T. Yeah, there's crack in my tea. Okay, direction 2 times our global position. And then we just grab the... This would be our distance 2. Player dot global position dot direction to global position times our player dot global position dot distance to global position. Usually this is actually only going to be I think we could actually ignore the direction too. Because if we just grab, let me see. I think we could just do raycast.global position. And then get rid of this. I thought I tried that here. Wait, here. Let me comment this out because it might not work. raycast.globalposition.distance2. And we could even make this, wonder if I should do .x. No, this is already the point already. The only thing that does matter is that we don't know the direction that this is. So it could be vector2.left, vector2.right. We wouldn't know. Unless we matched what the... Basically, we would get the raycast 2. So let's try this. So if it's positive, we'll leave it like this. LF, it's negative. Return that. This won't work. So much left to do, man. Let me see. On the slide state, player dot is on wall. Oh, right. Player is on wall is a kinematic body function. So the issue now is that last wall on is not going to equal raycast. It's not going to equal vector2.left or whatever. It's we'd have to make an if statement saying here. Let me get rid of last wall on for now. This will make us crash a bit. I'm gonna set last wall on. Oh, it already is vector2.right. Okay. I'm gonna set this to vector2.left for the time being. Set player sprite direction, last wall on. And then last wall, let me think about this. Global position. Plus equals whatever this get next to wall variable prints, or this function prints. Hopefully this works. Player.global position. Yeah, wall position. Did we? Where are we putting this? Player.global position plus equals raycast.get to position index on base kinematic body. Yeah, let's make sure we're spelling this correctly. Good news is once this is done, I'll never have to worry about it again. You know, maybe I'm worrying about. No, never mind. I was gonna say maybe I'm worrying about this too much, but vector 2 float. This is .x. I was gonna say yeah, this might be like going overboard, but I think that's the point of like rewriting everything, is that like I want this to be as complex as possible. And there we go. So this works on the left side. So yeah, every time we stick to this wall, we'll always be, 2 pixels away. Or no, sorry, we'll always be 0 pixels away, which is perfect. Or 6 pixels away from the player's origin. Now we have to do the right side. Do I have a plan for what I want to get done for the jam? So the game is going to be mostly the same. What I want to do is I just want to make sure that the current version of the demo is the same. Okay, so we have 30 days. What is it? We basically have 30 days. And I'm hoping by like the halfway point, I've completely replicated what we originally had with the player, like with this, with the player in the demo. And then for the next 2 weeks after that, I'll be working on new mechanics. And hopefully working on new mechanics is a lot easier because we've rewritten all of our states. But it just takes time. But I'm glad we figured this out. I'm hoping the rest will be pretty easy. We still need to make sure that last while on is set correctly. So what we'll do here is we'll say if, let me think about this. Next to wall, we'll basically just want to get if this was negative or positive. So if raycast .x is greater than 0. Last while on is going to equal vector 2 dot right. Okay, moment of truth. Does everything work? Oh no. Get next to wall. If raycast.get next to wall dot x is greater than 0. Oh, we don't need dot x. It's just a negative int or positive int. Or actually, no, it's a double. There we go. And there we go. Ooh. Okay, so we do need to make sure that entering the slide state doesn't... So yeah, right now what's happening is we're forced into the slide state. Let me think about this. Oh, also, let me see something. Do want to make sure that this is as satisfying as possible, or like, feels as smooth as possible. So what I'm going to do is let's just go into this room. Oh, oops, not this room. So Obviously, the animations that need to play are wrong, but I'm trying to ignore that, and just like judge it based on the mechanic itself. And I can't tell really. Like it does look satisfying. But he also locks on, which looks weird. Yeah, you can see like he kind of just sticks on, which is oh my god. Maybe that's not the best. Let me see. Maybe if we reduce the raycast by 1 pixel again. So this will be set to 5. -5. It's not bad, actually. This would make the game... I guess it's slightly harder now. And I think what we'll do is if the player is on the jump state, I think this is what we'll do. If the... Let's say the... Oh, crap, actually. I just realized something. Instead of making the player... Instead of reducing the player's raycast, what we should do is keep it at the same height. Or the same distance. But if they're in the jump state, we want to give them the ability to jump again if they're next to a wall, and the distance between the player and the wall is like, you know, just the default 2 pixels or even 4 pixels. I actually want to see what 4 pixels looks like. It might be too much actually, but it would be satisfying for the player. That way they could kind of just like spam the jump button and they would get across no matter what. Like if they intended to get across, they would get across. But damn, bro, this would be so much. The thing is, our new player, our old player already does this. So here, let me show that off for a second. So I just want to see how he handled it. Player 14. Like this is so... Oh my god, this is so much better. Whatever I did here is a lot better. Let me see something. Never seen someone put so much work into the player. Yeah, I mean, it's both. I feel like it's both good and bad, because like I want a good player, you know, like I want the game to feel satisfying, and I want people to... Actually, I don't know if people are going to notice, but I will notice. Yeah, I shouldn't try to... Like, whatever I did the first time... whatever I did the first time around was the best. But it also might just be that, you know, I'm used to it. Like, I've seen this code for so long. Let's see what happens. The game is alright as it is. You know, maybe. Hmm. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe the player is alright as it is. Like it does seem perfect. Like the one thing that the one issue is that there are some edge cases that are broken at the moment. But I feel like it'll definitely be easier to fix that than to rewrite the entire player. The thing is, I did want to make the YouTube video on like how all this was made, and the way it's programmed right now is so crazy that it would not be like I don't think it's worth sharing. There's just so much spaghetti, you know what I mean? But you know, maybe I should just deal with the bullshit and keep going with it. I'm trying to see what is the one thing that I remember being buggy is the slide, no, not the slide state, the zip lines, the purple nodes, the ones that like make you run through a line. Those are kind of buggy. But I could just fix that. Like I could just go into that and fix all the edge cases for it. Basically, the thing that's wrong with it is you're able to exit the state and enter the state really quickly. Or yeah, enter and then exit the state really quickly. So if you were to press the dash button just as you were about to enter it, it would, you know, screw you over. Originally what I did was that it was required that you had to dash into it, similar to how you dash into these nodes or into the portals. You had to dash into the pink ones. Maybe I could do the same thing. So yeah, you see right there, I dash into it. Or yeah, even doing that, you dash into it and it doesn't put you back in. And there's one other bug that I haven't been able to replicate, and that's sometimes touching springs makes us bug out. I want to see if we can replicate that. You know, I might ignore this. I might actually just go back to the old player. Seeing the amount of work, or experiencing the amount of work that I have to do to recreate everything, I mean, we're still on the very, very, very early stages of the player movement. And I don't know how much time it's going to take to actually bring us back. Like I said 2 weeks, but it might be way more than 2 weeks. I want to, yeah, here. Let's see if we can try to replicate the bug that I see sometimes. I think it has to do with the raycast. Like, or here, let me see. But yeah, of course, when I want the bug to not work, it works. Could also be the dash state. Entering the neutral state. Let me see. I'm going to keep dashing into this corner and see if we can get it to happen. Of course, it's not going to happen anymore. But I know what happens here. It goes from you know what I think it is? The issue is that we're going from, like, whenever we run our states, sometimes we go into, like, we'll change our state into the slide state or something, and then immediately after we're still running through the same thing. Like, we don't return, change state or something like that. I think that's what we should do. So you know what? I think I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'm gonna look at all this code, and I'm gonna see if we could figure out a way to, like, kind of, we'll be kind of refactoring it, but just, like, keeping this sort of structure. But there is a lot to go through. No, don't keep this current structure, dude. You're the one who said, hey, this looks fine the way it is. Oh, I wonder if it's based on mouse input. Yeah, but don't end the stream. Let me see. The thing is, I don't know what the problem is, and I don't want to have you guys watch. Like, I'm probably gonna spend another 30 minutes trying to figure out why this bug happens. Oh. That was like a hitbox thing. Don't get what the problem is. The problem, you don't see the problem. Well, currently I don't see the problem, but I know it exists. There's like this one. Have you never experienced this where, like, let's say you touch a spring but you don't get across, like, it sort of pushes you and then it stops. That's what's happening. Or it happens once in a while, but I don't see it currently happening. And I know it happens like in this little area, or either in this, like anytime there's a horizontal spring, it happens. But it doesn't happen there. You've never seen it? Oh wait, here, let me, maybe it was on the fudging like side here. No, you haven't seen that bug. One in a billion chance? Well, that's enough for me to... Well, 1 in a billion? No, but I don't think it's definitely not 1 in a billion, because it's happened to me several times. But I can't seem to replicate it now. You know where I know where it happens too. Let me try one more spot. Because maybe it's based on the position, or like the room, like something in the room is messed up. It might happen in this room, or in... Yeah, let's try this one. I think it'll happen here. Possibly. Now we have to fix these orbs too. So yeah, in this little section it happened. I wonder if it has to do with the fudging. If you would change something, I would advise start with the orbs. Are you talking about the purple orbs? They're too unpredictable. Or are you talking about the spinning orbs? There's so many orbs in the game. The purple orbs. Yeah, I mean the input from it. Actually, I would say the purple orbs are actually not unpredictable. It's just that the input is so finicky. Like it doesn't make sense. Whereas actually the white orbs that spin you, I think, are unpredictable, or more unpredictable. It's just that the purple orbs are not intuitive. Or like how they work is not intuitive. And it doesn't match the gameplay of the rest of the game. So I would agree with you there. Dude, why can't I get this bug to happen? Maybe maybe I will ignore it. We could also look at the code from the slide states.slide. We do want to make sure if in spring or enter bounce, we bounce. If not, next, I think this is the problem. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Wow. So I don't know if this will, like, so basically what happens is if we change state to bounce and then we change our state immediately into the fall state, we are, actually, I don't know if this would cause the problem. But it could be, because if you press hold wall, we could easily change into the climb state, and you can go from the bounce state to the climb state. So it says, hey, we're in the climb state, and then immediately afterwards, it goes into the, yeah, we're in the bounce state, and then immediately afterwards, it goes into the climb state. In my runs, I end up just dashing out of the purple orbs because I don't know where I'll end up. So here, so originally I thought the issue with the purple orbs is, okay, well, one, dashing out, like if you just press B, it's going to dash you into the direction that it's going. So yeah, if if it's going to the right, you're going to dash to the right. On this line, if it's going up, you're going to be dashing upwards. I believe that's how I made it work. But if there's input from your controller, so if I press up right here, see that's the part that I think is buggy. But yeah, if I dash into it right now, I dash in the same direction, which is bad. Here, whoops, I keep dashing into it again. If we go into, I don't know how we're gonna replicate it because it's not meant to work like this. Oh, so yeah, right there. If I press dash, and if I immediately press dash, it's gonna make me dash upwards. But if I press up or left, I mean, there you go. But it is really quick, and it doesn't seem. There's no instruction. Actually, there is an instruction. It says you can dash out. But yeah, I do agree that it's not intuitive. But I don't know what I could do to make it more intuitive. What I could do is replace this mechanic with the force dash mechanic, where it's like, but when the orb ends, I never know where I'll dash. So the orb usually never ends. It'll kill you before it ends. Or like, here, wait, let me see one more thing. So the only time that you do see it end is in this room right here. Right here, if you just don't press anything, it'll make you dash up. Same with this right here. If you don't press anything, it makes you dash towards the right. Oops. So yeah, I'm not pressing anything. Once I get into this orb, I just... In the mouse direction? No. If you press it on your mouse and keyboard... Here, I'll play it with the mouse. On the mouse and keyboard, it depends on where you're pointing. Oh. Let's see. I'm pretty sure... to dash out, it depends on where you're pointing, but if I don't press anything... Here, let me just try that again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I don't press anything and I'm looking in the wrong direction, it'll still make me dash in the right direction. Yeah, I'm pointing towards the left. Yeah, I still dashed to the right. It's very unexpected, though. Do you expect, what, that... Maybe the... What, the fact that, like, it ends towards the right, doesn't make sense? I think the player would expect to dash in the direction of the orb. All the time? Because the current direction of the orb here is... Oh, maybe this is unexpected, that it makes a quick turn to the right. I did this just to be nice to the player, maybe? For this exact room. Because this is going upwards. Or maybe that's what's unexpected. Like, this line is way shorter. You're in the wrong level. Which room makes it unexpected? Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. This one? This is actually my least favorite room. If you're talking about this room. So, I mean, is this not intuitive enough? You're going in this direction and then you dash to the right. Like I feel like that makes sense. You dash up if it goes up. For you, it dashed to the... Oh, you know what it is? It's based on your input too. So if you're pressing D, it'll make you dash to the right. And if you press upright, it makes you dash to the upright. Yeah, literally, depending on your input, it'll make you dash. Remove that. Okay. Yeah, I'll write that down. Make dynamic time up. Move button interactions to the bottom center. Yeah, let's do this here. Remove. Yeah, that makes sense. The rest is pretty good. I still don't like the zipline, actually. I don't like that you can dash out of it, and it dashes you into the, into the same zipline, and then, you know, you fall straight down. Also, Math, thank you for the raid. You enjoyed it? It's not a terrible mechanic. I think I think I just hold the game to a different standard. Let me give you a shout out. Mathroom. How's it going? It's going pretty good. So I decided to refactor my game or refactor my player code. And honestly, that's been going terribly. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to stick to the same code that I originally wrote, and we'll just fix it from there. We'll do some like light fixes and stuff. What you been working on, man? API stuff. Just make a cooldown after you leave it, in that case. The cooldown's not the problem. At least I don't think... I actually had a cooldown on it. I've specifically for the zipline, I think I've probably rewritten that mechanic the most, and it's also my least favorite mechanic. So yeah, for those of you that just joined, I'm currently working on a platformer similar to Celeste. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. I'm pressing D now and it's making me do this. Yeah, that doesn't seem intuitive. Accidentally muted you? Oh, that's alright. Yeah, I was just asking what were you up to? How was your stream and all that jazz? 20 viewers? Yep. At the moment. That part made me cringe so bad. You know, the thing is, this it's similar to here. I actually want to see. It's similar to one of Celeste's mechanic, where where you hit that orb and then after the time passes, it makes you dash in a certain direction. But I plan on making a mechanic similar. So remember, I don't know if you remember, but we have these force dash orbs too. But we need to make sure that we make it differently from Celeste. I'll have to figure out what to do there. I thought we had a good idea at some point. Let me see. Whoops. Made a little program to retrieve the song info and lyrics from Spotify to display them in Stream Overlay. Besides that, working on my first Godot. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, man. I like how the first thing that immediately catches my attention is that you're working in Godot. And the other thing I completely ignored. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I've always wanted to work. I think if I could expand my horizons just a bit, I would love to work on like, communicating with the stream, like displaying stuff. Like my stream is very bare bones. Like I don't have any bots or anything like that. I wish I could. Oh, right. We rewrote the animations, so now it doesn't work when the player moves around. We'll fix that. What sort of game are you working on in Godot? Okay, so with these orbs, yeah, they make us dash up, or they make us dash based on the rotation of these orbs, but there's no visual indicator to show where that's going. And it also depends on your input. So like if I'm pressing down, I'll dash down. 2D city builder strategy game, similar to 90s games like Caesar 3 or Pharaoh. Actually, don't know either of those. I've been playing a lot of like turn-based. I've been playing a lot of Civ 5 lately. Oh, this is kind of like Age of Empires, maybe? Oh, but you said city builder. Okay. So like Age of Empires plus SimCity, maybe. Heavy focus on resources and supply chains. I gotcha. Yeah, I've actually been playing so much Civ lately. Okay, actually, I had to uninstall it because I was playing too much. I'm currently participating in a game jam, so I decided, hey, let me uninstall all the games that I find super addicting, and we'll focus on working on this. Okay, so after this dash, or I wonder if I should keep this how it is. The only thing is, I don't know how to make this into a mechanic because we lose our dash ability. What I could do, here, wait, let me try this. If we bring these closer to each other, then you'd be able to go into, whoa. Let me make just a bunch of these everywhere. And maybe I would make the dash direction be the opposite of where you came from it. So like, you know, if you dashed from the bottom, it would make you dash upwards. If you dashed from the top, it'd make you go down, left to right, right to left, etc., etc. Played a lot of Civ 2 and Civ 4 in the past. I've never touched Civ until 5, but maybe I'm younger than you. Civ 5 was the first one that I was exposed to. And then I played Civ 6, but I feel like the general consensus is that Civ 5 is better. But honestly, I don't mind either one. I mean, I don't mind 6, but it's just different. And I have like, I want to say over 300 hours in Civ 5, so it seems like it's the better game. So how could we make this turn into a mechanic? We could leave it the way it is. Basically, just input is required from the player to, like, you know, traverse through these orbs. But it seems like there's no actual challenge in this. So I don't know. I was 15 or so, got a box with Civ 2, SimCity 2000, and Settlers 2. My life was over. Yeah. Dude, I don't know what it is, but those are like the most addicting games. Like the simulation. I'm literally searching up simulation on. I want to search Steam. I wanted to see which games like that where, yeah, you can see I was playing a lot of it lately. 72 hours in the past 2 weeks. 311 on Civ 5. I feel like these are even rookie numbers too. But yeah, there's always that running meme where it's like one, you know, what's that Lord of the Rings meme where it's like one does not simply start a Civ 5 game or something like that. Super addicting. Did I play Europa? Did I play that one? I definitely. Let me see. I might have bought it. And I might have not played it, actually. Like, I might have returned it. I haven't played this one. No. But I did play, add full screen to your game? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Here, wait, I'll write that down. There's one game that I played that I really liked, too. What was it called? Crusader Kings. Crusader Kings was a lot of fun. I've only played 3 though. The only thing I didn't like about Crusader Kings is I'm not a fan of the combat. It's very... Oh, I see. Oh yeah, Paradox. I feel like that's most of their games, right? Yeah. They usually make games like that. But yeah, that was my only pet peeve with Crusader, the combat. It felt boring. Like, I liked expanding my kingdom, and the only way you can do that for the most part was, you know, to fight, but I hated fighting. If there was like maybe, I don't know, like an auto fight option or something. Because like you literally have to, you know, click on every single troop and then move them around, and it was just, yeah, not my vibe. Civ 5 though, I love the combat, and well, it's not anything spectacular, but I didn't mind combat in Civ 5. Victoria and Hearts Iron, which are kind of similar games with different parts of history. Yeah. We would need some sort of visual indicator to show where the player is going to go. By default, I think maybe we'll set all of the directions to... I'm thinking. I feel like I would want to make the player... Maybe make it dash back in... No. Momentum makes sense. Like, if you're dashing into it, it should make you dash. In the opposite directions, you know. If you're going upwards, make it go upwards. But the thing is, usually I'm going to design rooms around, you know, going in the... Like, if you're going upwards, then the next one is going to be upwards. You know, the next orb available is going to be upwards. So I don't want to give the player that... I don't want to make it that easy. I'll stop distracting you with games. No, you're fine. I kind of need a distraction from my game. Let me see. Let's see if I can look up a cool mechanic for this. I don't know why I'm looking this up. Maybe this will give us an idea, though. Your game looks nice. Thank you, man. I will say that it's not too unique. My game is not too unique. I have been working on it for a long time, so that's what makes it satisfying, I guess, or that's what makes it good, or what people, you know, when people say it's good, it's because it's just, you know, I put a lot of time into it, and, you know, the idea is not too unique. I'll just say I'm good at replicating other good mechanics. Or spending a lot of time. Let's see. Another cool mechanic that I could work on. We could ignore the white orb mechanic for now, and we could make a. You know, in Celeste, how they have those stars where you can dash through them, and then it like extends your dash, and then you come out with an extra dash. We could do something like that, but with an extra layer of giving mobility while you're in these orbs, or like in these in those walls. So like, you could dash in, and then as you're inside, you're in this wall, and you can move around at like an you know, super fast rate, but you'll die if you like, you know, move into another room with spikes in it or something like that. I think that would be a good approach. I think, yeah, I'll save that for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Glick, but I will end it here. But yeah, I'll add, oh, let me write that down. Full screen mode. Alright, yeah. We'll end it here. Let me see if there's anyone available. Simple game dev. Let's go for him again. Like 2 lines of code. It's more than that. I do have to add it to the main menu. Like make a full screen option. See you tomorrow? Yeah, I'll definitely be streaming tomorrow. And I'll have a better idea of what we're going to do tomorrow. Either we're going to work on this mechanic or we'll work on the the wall mechanic. I think that'd be either one would be pretty cool. The level design with this one I think will be harder. I'll have to figure out what to do here. All right, I'll see you guys. Peace.